welcome to part two. I'm joined by Max, the breadcrumb from Scarborough. How are we doing, Max?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Well, you were saying, Max?
The guy he's making a living at the end of the day, and you can't like. Would I want it if my daughter was in boxing? Would I want it around my daughter? Not really. You just got to watch people like that, and it's he strikes me as a seedy person. Seedy, yeah.
We don't know him, do we, personally? But when you're doing what he did live on the internet, it's not good, is it?
Well, especially with Ebony, what he was doing, the sort of stuff he was doing with that.
It's not like it was some bird his age, is it?
So I mean, it's look, if the gad turned up, let's say your daughter was about 17, came through your house, so look, Dad, this is my new boyfriend, and it's a gad. I mean, what would your reaction be?
And it's a what? The gad?
Yeah, sure.
If my Ruby came to see me and said, Dad, I want you to meet my boyfriend, I said, all right, fetch him. So she turns up. I said, who's that? Who's fetched you? She goes, that's him. I go, him, how old is it? So I was 30 years older than you. So get him in here, let me fill him in. And I set about him in my house. When I won't have some bloke, 30-year-old, name my daughter, would you?
When you just
go on, sorry.
Dig him under your patio or something, wouldn't you?
You wouldn't have it, would you? You wouldn't want somebody like him hanging around your daughter, would you?
Mate, this doesn't sit right.
Right, done. Okay. Eddie saying Sky will lose money on Okolie if he goes. It's always about money, isn't it, with Eddie?
Well, it's money about all of them, isn't it?
What about Okolie saying that Eddie's like D'Angelo, whatever that guy, that plantation or something. Is that slave masters? Saying he's like him. Maybe others might come forward and say Eddie's. Others might come forward and say that Eddie were having them shine in the shoes. We don't know, do we? What's been going on, do we? Or if there's been outside or untoward, do we? Or if he's been flogging them. We don't know, do we?
Well, do you know what?
It's easy for black people to play race card, though, isn't it, when no suits them, or they're not getting their own way back. So you have to be careful what we say here, because there's a lot of people that get so offended. That's what I said to you if you get offended. But we have to be careful how we go about this, because Okolie's trying to play race card by the looks of it, isn't it? Eddie Hearn's like a slave trader. Yeah, he said it now. Barry Hearn's already said he was a slave trader to Dylan White, who were laughing about it and carrying off like a Uncle Tom. That's how White looked like he was behaving to me. Could you imagine Barry Hearn saying, yeah, I'm a slave trader, and Mike Tyson sat next to him? What would have happened?
Do you think it's a bit of a pattern going on here now? Because it's a bit of a pattern going on here against Eddie, because you've got Lawrence Okolie doing that. You've got Del Boy or Scooby-Doo, let's say, saying, well, I want more money from next fight sort of thing. If not, I'm off. He sort of said that in, not in so many words. And you've got Joshua like trying to sort of have his foot in with Sky. Do you see a trend here? And, and I think not Eddie's losing it, but, then there's Eddie trying to sell Matchroom. It just seems a little bit.
Listen, this is how it looks to me. They're looking to get out before the bottom drops out of the market. All them statistics that I've got, Rico, Terry, and people like us, Ken, I sent you, Max. You've seen them. The sport is going down, isn't it, from what it was a few years ago, 5-6 years ago. Do you think Eddie Hearn doesn't know this? Of course he knows. He's acting accordingly. People are having the corns cut, aren't they? The purses cut, and they're not happy.
I think as well, Ben Shalom has had a little bit of a touch, him and Bean, because he's made history in two things.
They don't get touches then.
Well, look, let's look at it. He's made the Brook and Khan fight what Eddie Hearn can somehow do, right? Fact. He's made Savannah Marshall and Carissa Shield fight, fact. So that's 2 he did within, what, 6 months of having the job at Sky. You know what I mean? So you got to give credit where credit's due with Ben Shalom. You know, he's a new kid on the block. I know, yes, he's got a big platform backing him, but he's not making enemies. He's trying to keep everyone sweet. And this is where he can work with maybe Frank in the future. You know, there can be crossovers.
Who can work with Frank?
Ben Shalom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Frank don't want to work with them. They don't want to work with him. He's 70-odd-year-old, Frank. What's that, Ben? About 20.
Well, so you're telling me then, let's say you've got, I don't know, someone like, I'm trying to think who, let's say you got Callum Johnson or someone on that side, and he's gonna fight, and he's got a belt, okay, and Dan Aziz is in, you know, maybe for mandatory to fight him. I'm sure they would make a fight. I'm sure that he's more likely to work with Ben Shalom than Eddie. That's the point. You get what I'm saying? So if there's a fight to be made and there's something to agree, it'd be easier to like those two, easier to, let's say, agree something compared to Eddie, because Eddie and Frank are like that. You know what I mean? So
what 9 fights in 12 years? Exactly.
So Ben Shalom's more likely to do deals with Frank. It could happen. And it might be the better. You don't know that this Ben Shalom could actually save. You think about it. It could save boxing. It could save
what?
It could save boxing. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got to think. We've had 2 fights. Okay, then I know they passed the sell by, like Brook and Cut, but he's put that on within easy, quick, right? Savannah Marshall and Chris Shields. Eddie couldn't, for love of money, put that on. Could he? He couldn't do it. But but Marshall and Clarissa Shields, he couldn't do that fight for love or money.
Yeah, because Eddie, no, he could do it. They both agreed to the persons, but it was what Eddie wanted off them. So
this is what I mean.
Everybody's greedy. Eddie got greedy. Frotch against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. would have happened if it weren't for Eddie Hearn.
But the thing is that Ben Shalom's like, he's trying to keep everything sweet and everyone, like obviously Hughie Fury and Michael Hunter. You know what I mean? He's trying to boost these fights. He's trying to make these fights happen. You got to give the kid credit where credit's due, because there's nothing really I've seen that he's doing wrong. He's trying. He's new to the job, and he is actually trying.
Yeah, he is trying. But Bean's the man. Bean's just beat Eddie Hearn with this DAZN thing. Bean rides again.
But you can't. But I mean, you know, you can't really criticize the pair of them, because they're doing a number on the boxing world at the minute, because they're trying to make things happen. And you know, Sky's a place where to be. And you know, you keep your ears to the ground. All the fighters want to be on Sky. If you ask any fighter, any decent fighter, where do you really want to be? You want to be BT, DAZN, or Sky? What do you reckon they'll say?
Sky.
Exactly. And
well, Joshua was on his second fight on Sky, and he's supposed to be with DAZN.
But that's what I mean. They're keeping their head handed. So DAZN look like they're a sinking ship, a slow burner.
Yeah. Okay. Robert Garcia, who I don't believe can really teach Joshua anything in this short period of time. He's just there as a cheerleader and somebody who's greedy for money. Robert Garcia was supposed to be a fucking snake as well. Robert Garcia says Big Meech's power is freakish and that it's insane and that he'll do the business. But he's going to say that, and if he's only trained fucking babbies, on him, or lightweights, on him.
I don't see. So this is the thing. What happened when Lennox Lewis lost against Rapman?
Yeah.
He rebuilt. Now, I don't quote me on this, people, or the followers and that. Didn't he? Let's leave it on there, mate. Let's leave it on there. It's fine. Yeah, cheers, mate. Package. Yeah. So basically, he, you know, the thing is he fought with Rapman, then went off to Kronk Gym, took time out, one fight out, then faced Ratman and beat him. Took time out, and went to the Kronk way, etc. And it was that's the way to do it. He took him. Point I'm trying to make is he took him out of his own comfort zone, shipped all the way over there, took all his niceties out of his training. Joshua's still got his niceties. He's still going up the EIS. You know what I mean? He still be training with Garcia. You need to start scratch. You need to go back to basics. If you want those belts back, that's not a person who's hungry for me, who wants those belts back. You scrap everything. You make it so uncomfortable training camp. Get rid of this 258 bollocks, right? Or whoever, let someone else manage it for a 16-week. He needs a 16 weeks for music. 16 weeks.
Yeah.
But not going to happen. And he's going to lose again. People, I mean, even Julian saying, I think Joshua might do it. I don't think so.
Why is Ben Davison running around like a headless chicken saying Joshua beats Usyk? He wants to get training in after.
Maybe see some money for him. He's got his own performance centre now, isn't he? So
what are they performing?
No, that's what he's doing. He's got his own performance centre.
What's he doing with Isaac Lowe? What happened to that little episode? He didn't have
you got to think the fighters he's got. Who's he got? He's got Josh Taylor, Lee
When
Wood.
he got him, he was a world champion.
You've got Josh Taylor, Lee Wood.
And that's all right.
Right, and he's got
Dominic Ingle did all heavy lifting with Lee Wood. And John
either way, he's got all these fighters.
What has he done with anybody from debut?
Exactly.
Zero. Anthony Yarde against Bivol. What do you think to that, Maximus?
So Yarde has been tested, hasn't he, a little bit by Lyndon Arthur. He has been tested. And he come back. He come back from a loss. Bivol, he hasn't been tested, in my opinion. He hasn't been in trenches. So
He hasn't been in trenches. He's been dropped by Callum Johnson. He's had his head split in half with that Marcus Brown. That's trenches, that, mate. When you're getting dropped and you have your head split in half. Late on
okay then. I break it down a little bit. When I say trenches, like life or die, end-to-end stuff. Get what I mean? I think Yarde's.
Him and Usyk had a good fight in amateurs, a couple of good fights, only 1 point in it each time, or one or a few. We were not in it as amateurs. He's that good.
Well, what do you think is going to happen then between them two?
I think he runs over Yarde like Austin Allegro. Austin Allegro ran over my poodle June the 13th, 84. That's what I think it is. An Austin Allegro running over a poodle, although Yarde's a pit bull anyway. He ain't got a chance against the car, has he? Look, Yarde's a good fighter. He's a powerful kid. But this guy here, we're talking pound for pound. Yarde shouldn't be nowhere near him. He's already been in with a shot version of Bivol, and look what happened. He got put to kip in it, didn't he?
I just look. I mean, okay. What's this? Okay, this last. What do you think of the Joe Smith Jr. fight? I mean,
no, Callum Smith.
No. For obviously Bivol. What do you think of that fight though? Because if you look at the last 3 for Bivol, there. Okay, Marcus Brown was a bit. Okay, I admit, I'll concede that's a bit of a test, but he hasn't been in what the level he's at. You want tests after tests. No one wants to fight him. So
test after test, he's got 3 of the 4 belts, and he's undefeated.
Well, I wouldn't say he's pound for pound top 5, like you say.
Why? Why not? Is he the top man in the heavyweight division? In the light heavyweight division, sorry.
But like, he hasn't fought Callum Johnson. He hasn't fought Yarde. He hasn't fought.
Has Callum Johnson won a European title yet? No, he hasn't, has he? Right, Callum Johnson has fought Viterbi as well, and he got stopped, didn't he? For 3 rounds. Don't you remember, Matt?
Yeah.
And he dropped Viterbi. So he's already been through Callum Johnson. So who's next for him? Yarde.
Smith, Yarde.
Yarde's not going to be a problem. You're not going to problem, Yarde. So who's the best light heavyweight, Max?
Today, I don't think he's done enough for me.
Right, so who has done enough then to be the top light heavyweight in the country?
Well, in our country.
In the world, sorry, in the world, Max.
But it's like this. It's like we say this about Usyk, though, don't we?
Right, Max, this question's like pulling teeth.
Yeah, I know. But...
Max, who's your pound for pound light heavyweight, top light heavyweight in the world? Who?
Okay, you can say beef. Okay.
Right, thank you. So
is he top 5 of all time?
Hang on a minute, right? How many weight divisions is there in the divisions? Let me educate you. Right, go on. How many weight divisions is there in boxing? There's 18, isn't there? With Bridget. Yeah. Right, 18 weight divisions. So
19 if it's WBC.
Pardon?
19 if it's WBC.
Why?
Because they're doing the Bridget weight now, aren't they?
No, it's 18 with Bridget, Matt. There was 17 before. No.
Okay.
You should know that because you're a heavyweight. Right, so we've got 18 weight divisions. Out of all them 18, one of the divisions, we both agree that the best guy is Beterbiev because he's got 3 of the 4 belts. He's undefeated. Everybody he's fought as a pro, he's put him on a stretcher, hasn't he? Everybody. Yeah. Right. So I say he's the best light heavyweight in the world, and you agree, but you say he's not pound for pound. So you tell me who is the best in their divisions, and they're better than him out of the other 17. Well, let's see, reel them off.
Errol Spence.
Errol Spence, it's between him and Crawford, who's best in their weight division, yeah?
1 and 2, yeah.
Right, so if they're 1 and 2, who's best? We don't know, do we? They've got to fight, so we don't know who the best is.
But would you agree they're top 5?
Yeah, top 6. Right, Usyk's got to fight Tyson Fury, hasn't he, to be best at heavyweight. So we can't say who's best at that. So you've just lost welterweight and heavyweight. We spoke about light heavyweight. They're 3 glamour divisions. The other glamour divisions are lightweight and middleweight, right? And featherweight. They're the glamour divisions. So
say Canelo.
Canelo for middleweight, you're going to say, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Or are you going to say for lightweight?
You just make it. You're going to make me say it to me. I know what you're doing, right?
Oh.
Yeah, because you go out to light heavy and you say, right, you're going to have to say beat it. I was like, yeah, okay, then top 6. Right, okay, and he's in top 6 then, whatever then.
No, I'm just saying, if he's the top guy in his division, Max, out of 18 divisions, and all the other divisions, we don't know who the top guy is. We can only really fathom out about 4 or 5, 6 top guys, can't we? He's in the mix, isn't he? Because he's took over the full weight division, hasn't he? And that means pound for pound.
Okay, then, let's put this question to you then, right? All right. Right. So before Anthony Joshua's lost to Andy Ruiz, yeah, would you say you were top 5 pound for pound?
No, nowhere near. And Ring Magazine have never even had him there either. He's nowhere near pound for pound, Joshua, even though he had 4 of the 5 belts. Because Ring Magazine have him down as a protected fighter. I see your point, yeah. This is how
see my point now.
This is how messed up boxing is, Mark. Yeah. Well, look at you. Fat as a pig, you shouldn't even be a boxer, Mark. You're what's wrong with boxing.
Hey, hang on. We're not talking about me. I'm not pound for pound, mate. I'm not pound for pound.
Never will be.
Yeah, exactly. So we rule me out of the equation. But the point I'm trying to make is this, right? Joshua, before that Ruiz fight, in theory, if we're basing beef on his performance, yes, he has got the belts, yes, right? You should put Joshua in that top 5 or top 6 pound for pound at that time then, because he beat Wladimir. You know, so in theory,
he beat Wladimir, who was 18 months on settee, age 42, 69 fight. Come on.
But you know what I mean? It's the same sort of situation if you think about it.
Listen, Polaf and Derek Chisora has 78 fights between them. Look at the state of them. Wladimir had 69 when he fought Joshua. Well, Joshua had not had 20, had he? Or something about 20 or right about that, whatever. He'd had less than a third of fights. Shot to bits.
Wladimir gets a pass for me because there's not many people can do 18 title defenses.
Listen, mate, you've just been 18 months on settee.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay. Savannah Marshall, Clarissa Shields, who wins?
Savannah Marshall drowns her, takes her in round 5, round 6.
Yeah?
Yeah. What's so great about Clarissa Shields? I think Savannah Marshall beats her by a landslide. I don't know what's this crap with Clarissa Shields. Savannah Marshall would smash her into next week. She's improved so much. You could say, you could put a case on the Olympics. Yeah, they're roughly the same level, but Savannah got probably better of her on that day. And maybe if they fought another 5 times, Clarissa Shields might won 3 of them. Now it's a different ball game because Clarissa Shields has been going in and out of MMA, not concentrating solely on boxing, right? Then all of a sudden, Savannah Marshall's been totally on boxing, and she's been knocking out people that went 12 rounds for Clarissa Shields. So what's that tell you?
Yeah. You know them things that they want, them basketballs that they seem to hit on telly to see what score they can get. Savannah got 880 on one of them. That's good for a girl, isn't it?
I'm not being funny, mate. If you said that, Max, you're going to get in with Savannah Marshall, I'd fill my nappy and run out the fucking gym. I wouldn't even bother.
What, like Peter McDonough?
I weren't there. I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna answer that one.
Why is he your mate now, Max?
No.
Old Peter McDonough, the world's biggest liar. Right. Okay. What do you think about Lawrence Okolie's situation with Eddie and Sky, and does he win a world title at heavyweight with Shane McGuigan?
It's a hard one, isn't it? Because just 5 minutes, mate. I'm just on with something. With Lawrence Okolie, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because he's looking to jump ship, isn't he? You can tell that. I think Sky are putting a little bit of a feeder out. All other boxers are hearing it and they're trying to get into Sky because it's the biggest platform and more paid. They've got more of a financial backing. The Zone have given a budget to Eddie. That's it. Deal with it a year and that's it. You know what I mean? So I think it could be an excuse for maybe Lawrence Okolie. You don't know. You don't know what's happened behind the scenes. There's a lot's happening with the Zone stuff now.
Yeah. You know what I feel like doing for the rest of the day, Max? I just feel like going home and just fucking getting in bed for the rest of the day. My hernia is killing me, man. Killing me so badly.
Yeah, it fucking hurts, don't it, mate?
Okay. Oh, painful. I just feel like going and laying it, going and taking Rocky over at Cowfield.
Not over to the golf course and on the 18th hole.
They're on to me now. They chased me, didn't they, the other day, and I didn't feel like running, so I just fucking stopped running. I went, so what? What are you going to do? Ring police on me for trespassing? I'm really worried. What do you think about this situation with Felix Cashman? Do you think he's jogged in on? People are saying Sky are in for him.
I don't know really about Felix. Do you know what? I felt a bit gutted he pulled out at weekend because I was looking forward to watching him. Really looking forward to it. I'm a bit of a fan of Felix Cash. I do like his style and what he brings. Annoyed me that he pulled out, but he couldn't be helped. So
I heard he ain't got no time for Eddie, me. That's
oh, really?
Good, no, it's a straight matter of fact. That's good, isn't it? Hope he jumps him on and goes to Sky, man. I love it when Eddie loses fighters. Team Sky.
Yeah.
Listen, mate. I like to see people out of the comfort zones, and if Eddie gets it stuck up in for a few months, that's good. It brings him back in line, doesn't it? Because he's getting out in his fucking pram.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's happening with you then, Max, lately? What are you print division on notice, man?
So just waiting for my hand to heal. I've got another scan on it next week. Then hopefully I can get a clearance on it just to start using it. Can't use it to punch at the minute. Can't use it. I'm struggling even to do clenching it at the minute, but it is getting better. So So
Okay, then. Well, listen, Max, you still training with Julian?
yep, still training Julian.
Have
Been last couple of weeks due to my hand, but will be back in with
have
him.
you been doing any cardio?
Yes, I have. Just relying on my jab only at the minute.
Have you done your video? Are you doing 30 press ups? Have you sent in it?
Not yet, because I can't do a press up due to my hand.
You can do one arm once, can't you?
Oh, fuck off.
No, can't you?
Do you think I am Iron Man?
Have you done any of that shadow boxing he asked you to do in that video?
I'm not shadow boxing in a minute. I can't.
Why?
No.
It's your hand.
Yeah, I can't clench it. I can't.
But you can shadow box with one hand, Max. Like that.
Stop speaking knackers and winding me up. Right. Get yourself off.
Max, what's your weight?
It's 19 and a half, 19.6.
Yeah, but I thought you were getting down to 18 for end of month.
I will be, yeah.
When's your next fight?
Just trying to sort that out now. Trying to sort it out. Oh no, this week.
Have you got a message for Perry the Promise How? Are you got?
No, I've got a message for you. You be jumping in River Don, mate. That's
you on Perry all pally now?
Mate, you're jumping in the River Don, and I can't wait. You've got to do it.
Listen, mate. I've done dives off cliffs in Nuki, mate. So, and dived off boats every time I go on holiday, mate, into the sea. So a bit of water doesn't hurt me. River Don, I will gladly jump in the River Don if Perry Howe wins a area belt at light.
He's going to win an area belt, mate.
It will prove that Dennis had to buy it. Like every other fucking belt he's bought for his fight.
Well,
making sure they had to buy him one, didn't they? Jesus.
Look, don't be bitter, because
only Clinton Woods that have won any belts for Dennis and McDonald that were genuine. All the rest of them, we bought them.
Look
how many belts. Look how many belts Dennis has bought for Tommy Frank. He's got more belts than Top Man.
Look, don't be bitter because you're going into the River Don, mate. You're bitter. Sounds bitter.
Why would I be bitter, Max, about jumping in the River Don for losing a bet? It's no to me. But if he loses, he'll be going in River Don, or he'll be waking up to 4 tyres slashed.
Hang on. Can we just stop you there, right? It's when he wins area belt. It's not. Was the bet that if he loses the actual clash, he has to jump in? Is that the bet?
Oh, mate, listen. If he fights for that belt and loses, he's in Don. If he wins, I'm in Don. It's as simple as that. It's only a bit of banter, isn't it? But he'll shit his pants and not do it if he loses. I'll do it because I'll get all people like you hammering me on it. Oh, okay. You know, jumped in Don. I'll jump in Don. You know what I mean? It's no to me a bit of water, is it? What's the funny? You know, you Max, you're a cock at times. What's the funny about that? Fucking laughing like that.
He's so bitter.
You don't like Max like that. Fucking honey monster.
Don't be bitter.
I'm not. Hang on a sec. Who's this? Yeah, somebody's just pulled up in a 56 plate tranny. I had to keep an eye on all that scrap, haven't I? Yeah. Who you after? Hey? Oh yeah, no, who you after? Ah, he's good. Yeah, you can park there. I'll let you. Go on then. Thinking out of parking space. What was this here? There's all that scrap underneath, isn't there? People keep coming and taking it on. I bet there's 300 quid worth, yeah. Can't win, can you, without a license? Right? You have a license to it, you know. Even out the ages, nobody comes down for it. We used to have a regular guy come down. Those all damaged alloy wheels and that. There's some they pulled out as well, like air conditioning company, or is it electrical company? Loads on it, all in trolleys waiting, they just don't come. Right. Whereas before, they were coming and taking stuff that weren't scrap. So what are you doing with that? I just bought it. I thought it was scrap walking. Anyway, right. So when are you back in full camp, Max? And when are you putting the heavyweight division on notice?
I'll never put them on notice, mate. I'll put them on notice as much as probably Chris Healy. Yeah.
Would you fight Chris Healy?
Well, you know, if the time's right, it's all about timing, isn't it?
No, okay, that was a bit of a that one. Yes, that was. Yeah, what was that, Max? Yes or no? Or I don't want to fight him.
It's all about timing.
Oh, Max, you sound like Calasal, man. Gio, man. Sorry, oh, go. What are you going to say now? And I'll fight him down the line. Go on, Max. Get your son off. I'll speak to you later.
Don't be bitter.
In a minute.